Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the USS Robinson. Our mission is to explore the continuum, seek out strange new people, but not as strange as us, of course, to answer age-old questions and to boldly ask new ones. Who's he? I've never seen him before.
Dunno.
Oh, he'll be the one who has to die to show our new enemy is a real threat.
What? You didn't tell me that. You said there'd be ice cream.
Oh.
Behold, I am Mr. Creamy, unopposed ruler of the soft scoop people. Bow before my might.
Conti to bridge, now!
Now that's what I call a baked Alaska. Brains to away team. What's your status?
Tell my wife
Well, the usual. By the way, tell engineering we need some kind of armor or we're going to run out of crew.
Noted. Anything else?
Nope, we're done here. Beam us up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another question of Trek. How you all doing? So, joining us today on the show, obviously our usual team captains. We have Zoe Kirk Robinson and Commander Scarlet. Joining Zoe is Bird of Prey 5, and joining Paul, or Captain Scarlet, or Commander Scarlet rather, however you want to put it, is number 1 Sci-Fi. So, before we get further, let's check out the scoreboard and our team names. If it wants to.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All right. So, Zoe's team is I Could Kayless, and of course, Commander Scarlet's team is Stovo Core or Death.
It's really both the same thing, isn't it?
Bird of Prey, can we just say that we can see your CCTV system?
Yep.
Oh.
You're broadcasting your house live to the internet.
Yes.
Actually, the outside of the house, but
I could have sworn I just saw Law Reloaded running past your house naked, but
in fact, you did. There's a squirrel in the backyard. If you see in the bottom left.
But
oh yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If you ever see Law Reloaded dance naked, it's really funny. But anyway,
what?
So
what have you been doing?
That's what your date was last night.
No, wasn't that. Is it you who's got that video, Bird? Was it? Or is it Salty Tricker?
Yeah,
it's Salty Tricker, isn't it?
Yeah. Him and Laura, they used to date.
Yeah, I know. They used to live next door to each other, didn't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
My goodness.
I think you're spreading false rumors.
No. In fact, I remember when he was anti when he said this, but he told us the story of when they first met. Like, they didn't even live near each other. Laura went all the way out to Portland to meet each other. They went to meet each other in person. And then Auntie ended up moving down the street from Laura.
only for Law to move away again. Anyway, all right.
Now I'm just seeing them like Pac-Man. It's like, get away.
Well, anyway,
a long, complicated relationship.
It was.
All relationships are long and complicated.
They
are. What makes them
fun. Right, before we get into round 1, we're going to go into the chats and see who's here. So we have with us Not Ryan Johnson. Hello out there in YouTube land. Hello, Not Ryan Johnson. James Furman. He's always... Ooh, why is that working? present and correct. Looking forward to this one. Hi, everyone. Well, we're glad you're here.
With his
Jay
pixelated
Coultier.
Riker.
Yeah, it is a cool pixelated Riker. Jay Coultier, another fan of the channel. It's a beautiful day in the universe. Hello, questionnaires and those who love them. Hello, Jay. Thank you for coming. Squiscar 2322. Hey, does anyone here like Star Trek? No, you're on the wrong channel for that, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Wow, this is Star Trek.
I thought this was Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, yeah.
I've been memorizing all the battle stars.
I've been watching Stargate for 12 years.
Oh no.
Thomas Potts says hello.
Conti's just going to ignore that, isn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it because you're
Right
buffering.
along.
James Muck says, evening, everyone. Evening, James MC. Random Menace. Why am I not surprised? Reverse the polarity. Yep, we did reverse the polarity.
Doctor Who, of course.
James Furman says, hi, I'm using the on-screen keyboard tonight, so I apologize now for future spelling mistakes. Don't worry. Half the spelling mistakes are always done by these two and him below me, so don't worry.
You should see the number of spelling mistakes I find in the questions each week.
Yeah, silence. We don't need to talk about that.
I don't do spelling
Anyway,
mistakes, I just talk.
Toys Boys, they did the Captain Fly into the black hole again. It was worse. It was worse. We couldn't get the warp core going.
Casting
Thomas
dispersion
Potts,
axes already.
It's terrible, isn't it?
James MC, the solution is to put the word quantum in front of everything you say. True.
Pretty much.
Random Man says, bird is flying at Thomas Potts. Not Ryan Johnson. They're dealing with the warp core. Anyone else? I think we've gone through the chats pretty much. Oh, Patrick Furlong is here. Hello, Patrick. Thank you for coming on. Hello. Glad to have you here.
We have Philippe tonight as well.
I think Simon Higgins says hello. Hello, Simon Higgins. Philippe T. Hi, everybody. Hello, Philippe. And, of course, Fluggerville says, Kapla, peeps. Kapla, Fluggerville.
Kapla, Flugger.
Okay, so we're going to go into the first round, or in fact, just before we go into the first round, let me just remind you all that if you enjoy our content, the link to our PayPal and Patreon is in the description below. So please, if you feel like you want to help the channel, just check out our PayPal or our Patreon. And if you want to support us, that's the place to go. And that's about it. So let's get into the first round. The first round consists of 10 questions. Each question is worth 1 point if answered correctly. If a team cannot answer a question, then the opposing team will be asked a fresh question.
Now I can see you, Gordon. Hi, Gordon.
Hi, Gordon. I'm sorry, Gordon.
Say hello to Gordon.
Gordon, I'm sorry. Hello,
Wow.
Gordon. And the wife as well. You did write that the wife said hello. I am sorry. And mind the language, please. This is a family show.
Yeah, no bloody swearing.
No, none of that. Anyway, so I think Zoe, your team went first last time.
I can't remember.
No,
I can't remember either.
Actually,
I think it was me that went first.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
In that case, then Zoe goes first. Your team goes first.
Is
So
that a
I
good
could
thing or a bad
Kalis.
thing?
I think you just made a mistake, Zoe.
So I could Kalis. This is the first question for you. Shalaf syndrome was a condition that affects one's ability with what?
Oh my God!
Oh, is that the Vulcan one that prevents control of emotions? Is that the one that Sarek dies of?
Could you repeat the question?
Oh.
Yes. Shalaf syndrome was a condition that affects one's ability with what?
And I just realized your answer is slightly. It should be rephrased. I had to go through these quick. I got them 45 minutes ago.
No,
My goodness.
what are you doing going through the wrong questions? I'm sorry, Jeff.
Oh God!
I don't know,
okay.
Zoe. It sounds as good an answer to me as any.
It sounds Vulcan to me. So I'm going to say it's the condition that
And use your
Sarek
shields,
died
remember.
of. and it prevents proper control of emotion. It's like Vulcan Alzheimer's.
Vulcan Alzheimer's.
It's better than Vulcan dyslexia.
Oh God, don't.
No, Bert, don't go there, please.
So yeah, that I believe that's it. And
It causes Vulcans to cry during musical recitals.
yeah, and all kinds. I think that's the one. I think it's the one that Sarek dies of. Come on, put us out of your misery.
The question was, Shalaf syndrome was a condition that affects one's ability with what? And the answer was sound.
Yeah, it's hearing. It's Bendai
Hearing, yeah.
syndrome that Sarak had, wasn't it?
Oh,
Bendai.
Shallot.
is that a real condition or a Star Trek condition?
It's from Nemesis, isn't it? Star Trek Nemesis, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh.
what's the background on that?
Well,
It is
that's
mentioned
fine.
in Nemesis, yes.
Oh, it's the one that Picard has.
Picard has?
All right.
Okay.
Tough start, tough questions.
Yeah, that
Of
was
course,
a tough
I'm sure the next question will be like, what color is a bird of prey? But,
Yeah.
no, actually, the next question, through discussing the first one, you've just really made the second question really easy. So this one, oh wait, hold on. So before we do that, of course, unfortunately, I could care less. Couldn't answer the question, so still at 0 points, both teams. This one is for Commander Scarlet and his team, Stovall Court or Death. Which captain had Shalaf syndrome?
Captain Picard.
Correct.
Unearned points. Unearned points.
So, Stovall Court or Death, that's 1 point.
We lost Zoe.
Rage Against the Machine says, "Yay! Finally get to see you live. It's good to have you. Thank you for coming."
Hello.
Oh my god.
I kind of wondered about having those two questions next to each other.
Trust me, though.
Boy.
Ah,
The
well.
next question is going to be really easy. I promise. So this one's for I Could
It
Kalis.
is easy. It is easy.
Who was known for serving Tranya to their guests?
Oh my god. This is a Deep Space Nine one, I'm sure.
Is it that lady Garrick visits on Cardassia? His housekeeper or whatever she
Yes.
was?
Yes.
But I don't know her name.
No, neither do I.
I'm actually quite disappointed in you there, Bird. I have to say. I thought you would have known this one.
Yeah, it's
Tough questions.
Garrick's housekeeper, and I can't remember her name.
What was the name? I might not. It might not even be the right person, but
I'll repeat the question. Who was known for serving Tranya to their guests?
oh,
Oh, hang
maybe
on.
it is Garrick. Maybe it was poisoned.
Or is it Gul Dukat? And he gives it to his Bajoran women.
Jamie.
Simon Higgins said it's the pixelated Rikers. No.
That would make a hell of a
And-
good name for a band.
Snoop Dogg.
And I just want to remind everyone in chat, please no correct answers in the chat.
Yes, thank you. No correct
Sure.
answers in the chat.
Shall we raise shields?
Joke answers are okay.
Squish Guy says this is painful. I have to agree.
Yeah.
That last question was
agree too.
painful. That hurt me right in the competitive organs.
You know, once the question was done, you guys should have stopped talking about it, but you kept going.
Oh, come on. We're nerds. We can't stop talking about Star Trek.
It's what we do.
That is true.
Do you want to
And
raise
welcome,
shields?
Resolute Germ.
I don't know. I don't think it's that woman.
Do you
How could you be known for that?
Do you guys
Did
want a
only
clue?
did we even know
No!
her before they were going there?
I'll give you a
guys
clue.
got a big clue for the last question.
I'll give you a clue. It's in the original series.
T'Pol.
Oh,
Oh,
then it's not who I thought it was.
No, it doesn't look like it is.
Why would you say that, Zoe?
okay. Who was known for serving? Is Nurse Chapel?
Oh, it's the guy from the First Federation. It's the weird guy. The little guy that looks like he's like an adult that's been kind of shrunk in the wash, and he's got that weird alien robot thing as his proxy. What's his name? The one from the Corbomite maneuver. Oh, what's his name? I was only watching this a couple of weeks ago.
Hey, that's my line.
Wasn't his name Susie Banana Hammock? Something like that?
Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock
That's
from the
it.
episode of Friends.
It's just good to Banana Hammock.
Oh, yeah. It's the First Federation guy. What's his name?
It begins with the letter.
Well, that
Begins
takes
with
out
a letter.
Begins with a letter of the alphabet.
That
Yeah.
really does reduce the options, doesn't
Wow.
it?
Yeah.
Well,
it
you
really
know, just try
narrows
and
it
help you where I
down.
can.
Well, you know, it's Star Trek. Some can begin with
Ooh, fighting talk.
8472 or something.
I'll give you a clue.
Another
Another
one.
clue.
A Star Trek actor, an actor from Star Trek Enterprise's surname sounds almost like it.
Oh, for God's sake, man. Who was your date with last night?
What, Zoe?
And not me.
He says that every week, but you know, I love you, bird.
What was that? Oh, this is going to annoy me because it's on the tip of my brain. Oh,
Springtime. Oh, sorry. Springtime asks, "How did Zoe become a science officer on a Nebula class starship?"
the same way that everyone does, the same usual boring way. I failed all my exams and applied. The chief science officer role is basically to prod all the aliens with a stick to find out which ones are all right.
You should be concentrating on the question here, Zoe. Come on.
I don't
Give me
know.
the
I'm
The
sorry,
name.
Zoe. I don't know the answer. But don't raise shields because they do.
Yeah, I'm pretty
We'll
sure.
just
they do.
lose the point.
But it is the guy from the Corbomite maneuver, and he's the guy on the First Federation ship. He serves Tranya, and then he keeps one of the Enterprise's crew as a guest, and you never see him again.
Poor guy.
Jeff, what do you reckon? Should we give them the point? They know who it is, but they sort of can't mention the name. I don't know. What do you reckon?
I think we need the name.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, we've given them a lot of clues already.
Yeah.
I think we need the name.
Oh, well, unfortunately, guys, since you can't answer, I'm gonna have to give the answer.
Hand it
His name was
over. Baylock.
his name was Balok.
Of course it was.
You know, like
Yes, like Jelaine Blalock.
yeah. Well, anyway, Jolene. I could care less. Unfortunately, didn't get the points. They're still at 0 points. And the next question goes to Stavokor or Death. Here is your question.
We were so close.
Vulcan hemoglobin is based on what?
Do you know number one sci-fi?
Son of a bitch.
I'm not sure that's a correct element.
No, it's not.
Is it copper?
Yeah, because ours is humans are iron, so yeah, I believe it is copper.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's copper.
You are correct. It is copper. Well done. So Stavokor or Death is 2 points ahead, and I could. KLS is still unfortunate at 0 points, but the game can still turn around. And the next question is to I could KLS.
Beep, beep. I've
Here's
got
your
my
question.
little guy with me today. It's Captain Pike.
So anyway, this one's for you. I
That's
could
great,
care less.
Joey. That's great.
Here's your question.
Just before you say that, I just want to remind the chat, no correct answers in chat, please.
Yes, no correct answers. Only parody answers. Oh, we have a new guest with it. Someone, Dr. Alex. Hello, Dr. Alex.
Absurdly bad answers.
Hi.
Hello, Doctor.
Okay, here's your
Welcome, Dr.
question.
Alex.
Which DS9 character grew up playing with Marauder Mo action figures?
Quark.
Quark.
Correct, it was Quark. Well done.
And his mother told him not to take them out of the box, but he did.
Yep.
Yep. They're worth more if they're still in the box, sealed.
Yep. I like the way he sort of a little play on Star Trek toys. If you leave them in the box, they're more valuable. But anyway, so this one
universal.
this one goes to Stavokor or Death. This one's for you. In Star Trek 6, what is the name of the Klingon moon that spontaneously explodes?
Jeffrey.
Number one sci-fi. Is that Praxis?
Yes,
Frank.
it is Praxis.
Yeah, we'll go Praxis.
Are you sure it's not Stephen?
It could be.
The Klingon moon Nigel.
It could be Praxis. Yeah, I think
Stephen Praxis.
Praxis. Okay.
Yeah.
it's one of
Well,
those.
you are correct. It was Praxis.
I kind of like Jeffrey myself.
It's a great name for a moon. Not so great if it explodes, though.
No, that's true.
Well,
Okay,
Put
so
in the chat
our
saying
question
Droga.
should be: what was the penal colony in Star Trek 6?
No. This one's for I could careless. What was the name of DS9 before Starfleet and the Bajorans took over the space station?
Terok Nor.
Terok, no.
It was Terok Nor. Well done. See, the scores are turning around already. So,
I don't know about that.
well, we're nearly there. Next question for Stavokor or Death. Before going out with Rom, what other main character did Lita go out with?
Now, number one sci-fi. Didn't she go out with Julian at least on once or twice?
Yeah, they dated.
Yeah, I think we'll go with Bashir.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
You are correct. It was Dr. Bashir. Well done.
James
little bit more
MC
than
says it's
once or
General
twice.
Martok.
Gerald Martok.
I think
His
she might
wife
have had a
was
thing
George
with
Knapp.
Jake Sisko too.
Lucky fella.
No. They did not date.
That was just a one night stand.
No, they had nothing.
We don't know that they had nothing. We just didn't see it on screen.
They went
Well,
on
then
a
it's
date.
not canon. No, they did
Anyway.
not.
They did. But anyway,
No, I looked
Next
it up.
question.
They did not.
Next question is for Ike Kalis. What was the poem Data composed for his pet cat Spot?
What was the what?
What was the title
name of the poem?
that Data composed for his pet cat?
Was it an ode to Spot?
It's either Ode to Spot or Ode to a Cat. And I think it's Ode to Spot.
Can you recite the poem for an extra point?
It's like 50 lines long, 50
Oh,
pages long.
Felix Domesticus, blah, blah, blah. Something about how the tail curls or the ears.
Yeah, never mind. Just forget it. All right, never mind.
Already
So-
forgotten.
So what's the answer?
I think it's an ode to Spot.
Yeah. It's an ode to something, and I'm going to go with Ode to Spot. Need the full transcript of the poem. I cannot do the full transcript, Captain.
My brain wouldn't take it.
Swiss Car 2322. Ode to a small lump of green putty I found in my armpit once midsummer morning. This is not Hitchhikers.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so your
Ode to
answer
Spot.
is an ode to Spot. You are correct. It was an ode to Spot.
Well done, Bird of Prey.
Well done, both of you. And now for the final question of the round. This goes to Stavokor or Death. How many times has Guinan been married?
Wow. Have you any idea, number one? Sci-fi. Has she ever been married? Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Oh. Yes, of course she has it. What
Very
was
good,
it?
Random Menace. I like it.
Was she mentioned it in First Contact, didn't she? No,
Patrick.
not First Contact. Sorry.
No real answers in the chat.
69. It was in Nemesis, wasn't it? Number one sci-fi.
Oh, you mean when she was in the Nexus
Yeah.
and she told
Yes.
she told the card at the
No, that
dinner
was
table
Generation-
or wherever they were talking.
Oh no,
about
that was
Christmas tree or
Generations.
whatever.
No, that was Generations, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's Generations. What am I
Yeah,
thinking?
no.
She might have said it then too. I don't know, but
Something at the back of my mind. It's in the 20s.
yeah, I think okay. If it's in the 20s, then I think it's Michael Jordan's number 23. If that's, I'm pretty sure then, because that's
23?
Yeah, that's what I would say. 23. 'Cause I'm
Okay,
pretty
well,
sure Michael Jordan's number, which was 23.
we'll go with 23 then.
Are you sure?
No,
Yeah.
but we'll go with it anyway.
You are correct. It was 23.
Whoa,
done.
well done,
Oh
number
my
one
goodness.
sci-fi.
Yeah,
Good
Nice
job.
one.
yeah.
So
Once,
the,
once you
so
said
the-
20, once you said 20s, then I knew it was Michael Jordan's number.
Right.
Why did
fantastic.
you know that?
Huh?
Why did you know that?
Because Michael Jordan's number is 23, and yeah, the number of times she's been married, it was equal to that. That's all I know. You know.
Wow.
Okay.
well, anyway, at the end of the first round, Ike Kalis has 3 points, but Stavokor or Death in the lead has 5 points. Well done. So we're now going to go into round 2. Before we do that, let me just remind you, if you're not yet hit like or subscribe to our channel, please do so. Also share the stream with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, wherever it is you go in your personal internet time. And yeah, as I said, if you want to support the channel, our links to our PayPal and Patreon are in the description below. But that out of the way, let's get into round 2. So round 2 consists of 5 questions. Each question requires 2 answers. If you can when they answer correctly, each question is worth 1 point. If a team cannot answer one or both questions, the question will go to the opposing team. So, Ike Kalis, you get the first question. Which Next Generation character grew up on a vineyard and in which country was it located?
That would be Jean-Luc Picard, and it was in France.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because he's French and he grew up in a vineyard.
You are correct. It was Jean-Luc Picard, and it was in France.
Yes. We have equalized.
Now, the next question is for Stovall or Death. What are Worf's favorite drinks?
Well, one of them is prune juice. Number one sci-fi. Do you know what the other one is?
Blood wine, probably. Plain
You
on
would
blood
think
wine
so.
and prune juice. I would guess.
Does he drink blood wine?
I mean, do we ever see him drink it? Well, I would imagine he's done it.
I mean, if you can't say, if you have to ask that question, you need to watch more DS9.
I know he likes prune juice.
Yeah, prune juice for sure. I mean, don't all Klingons drink blood wine? I don't know, but
Yes, I'd have thought so, wouldn't you?
yeah, I would think so, but
because he called prune juice a warrior's
But
drink.
then you said, what is his favorite drink, right, or something like that? Is that how you posed that question?
Favorite drinks.
Favorite drink. So yeah, it might necessarily be his favorite blood wine.
Did he? I don't think he ever drank Ractagino, did he?
The coffee, yeah, he drank that in Quark's bar, yeah.
Did he?
He had to have.
Welcome, Dave Cooper.
Hello, Dave Cooper.
But that was Kira's drink. She always ordered the Ractagino.
Well, we'll definitely go with prune juice. Shall we have a guess at Ractagino for the second one?
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I guess so. Might as well. But,
Okay, well, that's what we'll do. Prune juice and Ractagino.
Okay. Well, you get 1 point for prune juice. But the other one was incorrect. So we're going to pass the question over to Ike Kalis.
I gotta say, I'm quite confused as to where in canon you could come up with the second best favorite drink, or even that prune juice is his favorite.
Well, Quark says that all he drinks is prune juice.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's his favorite.
True.
But, well, Guinan said it was his favorite when she met his parents.
Well, prune juice, yes, but not his second favorite.
I mean, I would have said I'd be saying blood wine.
I think it
but
is
I
blood
only
wine.
because I see he drinks it a lot in the seasons of DS9 to get info out of other Klingons and whatnot. But I don't necessarily know it's his favorite. It's just something he does for work.
No, there's an episode where after Jadzia dies, O'Brien and Bashir and a few others, they visit Worf in his quarters, and they always bring a certain vintage of blood wine.
Yeah, there is no finer.
Yeah, so I think that is his other favorite drink because he does know the vintages. I think it is blood wine.
I don't think there's any other better choice. I don't know. It seems like I'm confused as to how you could confirm it, but blood wine.
There probably is a better choice because prune juice will keep you very regular. So perhaps he wants one that doesn't.
Jesus.
Well,
Okay. Well, you are correct. It was blood wine. So
were
give me the
you
point.
able to verify that, Admiral? Where were you able to get the definitive answer from?
Oh, we've got a rules challenge.
Wow.
Just out of interest. That's all.
No, it's just the amount that he drinks in DS9 of blood wine.
I mean, through seasons
did.
4 through 7, he's definitely
Yeah.
drinking
Okay.
quite a
He
bit.
drinks a lot of blood wine. So I took that as the correct answer. And remember, I only had 45 minutes
Okay. Well, I agree with Resolute
to run
Germ.
through these.
I agree with Resolute Germ. There's no way of confirming that, but there you go. That's
Well, we could
fine.
ask him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ask Worf.
Yeah. It's like ask Jeeves, but every single time you press OK, it says, today is a good day to learn.
anyway, this question is for I Could Kalis. What were the names of Data's brothers?
Lore and B4.
Correct.
I don't know.
I almost said Lore Reloaded.
We're in the lead. It
And
won't
I would have
last, but
also-
we're in the lead.
I would have also taken Alton soon.
Yeah.
Well, not for
Kinda
me, you
half
wouldn't
brother.
have.
Well, I'm just saying I would have accepted that answer.
Yeah, I would have as well. Okay. The next question is
Wow,
for
we
Stervacore.
agree. That's amazing.
It is. I know. The next question is for Stervacore or Death. Which two DS9 characters ended up being rescued by the USS Valiant?
Can you remember that? What episode that was? Number one sci-fi.
What was the question?
Can you repeat the question, please, Mark?
Yes. Which two Deep Space Nine characters ended up being rescued by the USS Valiant?
I think the episode was the episode called Valiant. Ah, that's a Jem Hadar one, isn't it? Gold. Have you any idea, number one sci-fi?
I like that, Thomas.
No.
They get a question on Data's brothers.
Hey, you got a really easy one at the beginning of the show, so yeah.
Oh dear. The Valiant. Oh boy. No idea at all, number one sci-fi. Otherwise, we're going to have a guess.
I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say probably Bashir and O'Brien, but that's probably not right.
I'm just trying to think of the episode. It's because it was one where Worf had been captured. Is it that far ahead? Or was that the one where it was Nog and Jake? Oh, heck. Is that the one where Nog and Jake they went out on a runabout, didn't they?
Well, yeah.
That
it
sounds
could
like
be
the start of a limerick.
Yeah, it could be that one.
I think that it might have been that. Let's go with that. Nog and Jake. I think it might have been the one when they went out on a runabout.
We went out on a runabout.
We'll go with Nog and Jake.
Well, you would be correct. It
Oh,
was, in fact,
wow.
Nog and Jake. And they were rescued by the USS
man.
Valiant, manned by Red Squad.
I was hoping you wouldn't know so I could say it. Ah.
Yeah, I was so ready. We're going to take an insurmountable lead.
Well, we do have one more question left, It's the last question of the round, and it's for I Could Kalis. Here's your question. What is the name of Picard's dog, and what breed is he?
Number 1. He's a pit bull.
Is it a pit bull or a Staffordshire bull?
A what a bull?
There are two types, and they're very similar. One's a pit bull, and one's a Staffordshire bull terrier.
Well, I know he's into pit bull rescues. I heard it be referred to as a pit bull, but
Probably a pit
I
bull.
wouldn't know the difference.
It's Simon Higgins. It is not Clifford the big red dog. Let's go with pit bull.
Well, you would be correct. It was number 1, and he is a pit bull.
Yes. Well done, Bird of Prey.
Well done, both teams. And yeah, for I Could Kalis, having turned the score around, now you're 2 points ahead. Well
You're
done.
flying.
You are. We're now going to go into round 3, and the end. So at the end of round 2, sorry, I Could Kalis has 10 points, and Stavakor or Death has 8. And now we're going to go to the infamous pixelated Riker round,
Oh no.
where we will never ever see another pixelated Riker ever again.
Oh, I don't know
Uh-huh.
about that.
Sure.
It could be
We're gonna
arranged.
go- So
It could
I'm going to
be.
show you. So now, as I said, we're going to go in round 3, where I show a pixelated image of either a starship, a character, or a piece of technology, and the teams have to try and guess which it is.
That's a
If
new
the
game.
answer,
Normally
if
you
the
don't
answer
mention technology.
silence. Shh, 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 shh.
I only do it to annoy you.
Where was I? Oh yeah.
Well, you
So
know,
if they answer
now you
correctly-
know. You
if they
can't
answer
do that
correctly,
that way.
they
No,
get-
you can't do it that way because
You're all gonna die. Anyway,
yes, we are eventually.
You are. Yeah. If they answer correctly, they get 3 points. So the first one is for Stavakor or Death. I'm going to bring up the image. Name that starship, not the class, but the actual starship name.
What?
Yes.
Any ideas, number 1 sci-fi?
The Enterprise, I guess.
Wow.
It's
or is
obvious.
it the Constellation?
This is what Packlid see. It's another Enterprise.
Yeah, I'll make it bigger for you. There you go.
Oh yeah, that really helps.
Yeah, for those in case. Well, Paul is cracking on a bit, you know. His eyesight's slightly go, hair's gone grey, teeth are falling out.
They fell out
It's-
years ago.
It's the USS Riker.
So you think it's the Enterprise, do you? Number 1 sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like.
Okay. In that case, we'll go Enterprise.
Are you sure? Would you like a clue?
Well, you can give us a clue if you like. Yeah.
We all saw it recently.
We all saw it recently.
We were introduced to the ship quite recently.
Is it a good ship?
I
Lollipop.
quite liked it.
Is it the Lollipop?
It is the Lollipop. No, it isn't.
We all. In that case, you're saying it's not the Enterprise.
Yes, and it's not
It-
Janeway
it's-
in charge of the Enterprise.
It's another Enterprise.
We were all introduced to it. We all saw it recently.
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, is that was it in one of the trailers?
That's all big. You already got a big clue.
Because I haven't seen any of the trailers. That's the thing. Have you any idea, number 1 sci-fi?
What did he say was the clue?
Well, I think we've been introduced to it recently, and therefore it must have been shown in one of the trailers.
One of the
The
trailer.
clue was we all saw it recently.
We all saw it recently.
How do you know? We all saw it recently.
Well, obviously, I haven't seen it.
It's the USS pixelated whatever. We all saw it
Resolute
recently.
Germ, there is nothing wrong with this ship, I promise you. It is a good ship.
It's a good ship.
I enjoyed it. I thought it brought back some nice memories.
Memories.
Oh, I think I know what it is. I've not seen these, so these pixelated images. He keeps them from me.
I don't know.
The Rocinante.
Well, if we're going back in time. I don't know, Constellation or Stargazer, or no, it can't be the Stargazer, can it?
no, it's not the Stargazer.
Is it time that we asked for an answer? Because
Yeah,
we
we
could
do.
go around like this for a while.
We do have to push for an answer.
Have a guess, number one sci-fi.
I mean, if it's recent, then what is recent? That's what I'm trying to think of mainly.
Because in Picard, they have to go back in time, don't they? Because history's been changed. That's all I know about it.
History's been changed.
So, well, I don't know. Let's just go with it with what you said originally. The Enterprise, an old Enterprise.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was the USS Archimedes, as we saw in
Yeah.
Lower
Oh.
Decks.
No, I haven't
The-
seen any of Lower Decks either.
So not all of us were introduced to it. Oh,
Yeah, you lied, Conti. You lied.
Well, I would have
That's
thought
why
everyone
I
would have
made
watched.
the question.
it's a very nice ship, but
It's a
not
beautiful
everyone
ship.
saw it.
No.
Well, come on. You look at the lines. I mean, it's pretty much an Excelsior with
Yeah,
Sovereign class
absolutely.
nacelles on it.
Yes,
Anyway.
it's also got the
I don't
Kirk
like- I don't-
killers on the side, like the Enterprise B.
Don't like the Excelsior.
I don't like
Yes,
the neck of
well.
the Excelsior. It's a bit too thick.
It's a tugboat.
Shocking. Oh, well, this one is for I Could Kalis.
I'm sorry. Is this a
It's-
ship?
This is a ship.
Mm.
Wow.
It's the Riker.
Yeah, let me make it bigger for you to get a better visual.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
It might
Yeah.
be the Cerritos.
Wow.
Give me a second. I'm just taking my glasses off and looking at it in
V Star 333, welcome to the channel.
I'm looking at it in
Because-
reflection
Welcome,
with
V-Star.
my glasses off.
It's an ugly ship. I'll tell you
And,
that.
I think you might be right. I think it is the Cerritos.
Or a California class.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd give us some other California class. That wouldn't be fair.
he might.
Oh,
he just
you
did
don't
the
know Conti.
Archimedes.
California
it-
streaming.
It could be an Oberth.
It's not an Oberth. The
I
only
told you
things
it's
that-
the USS Riker.
either it's the Cerritos or we're looking at a steam runner class from a very strange angle.
Yeah, it could be an Akira class from behind, or an X class.
You gave us one that looked like an Akira class, but it turned out to be a steam runner class, which are the same bloody things when you pixelate them.
I thought he was talking about Kira's behind then for some reason. I thought I thought you're seeing a different image to me.
Oh God! Right,
gonna
no,
say it's a
Akira
Cerritos.
class from behind. That's what I said, Paul.
Oh,
Filthy
I
bugger.
see.
Oh my goodness.
What's your answer?
We're gonna go with the Cerritos.
Cerritos. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, you are correct. It is the USS
Yes.
Cerritos.
Uh,
Well done.
Well done.
Wow.
I thought it was the other angle.
Yeah, I thought it was
After
going
that-
the other way as well.
Yeah, I was completely opposite in which way the ship was going.
And at the end of
Conti,
round three,
you have too much fun with this round.
I do. I have to have fun at some point in my life. I don't get a lot of it. Anyway, so yeah, at the end of round three, I Could Kalis has 13 points, well ahead now. And Stover Court or Death is behind with 8 points, but still time
Getting
to
a
turn this
drubbing.
around. Still time to turn this around.
I
So,
don't know about that.
the end of round three, we're now going to go to round four. But let me just remind everyone: if you're not yet hit the like button, please do so, as it generates the algorithm in some way that makes the video more
Ooh.
popular. Don't forget to share it, and of course, as I said before, if you want to subscribe, just hit the red button, and want to be notified of more videos, hit the notification bell. And if you want to support the channel financially, there are links to our PayPal and, of course, our Patreon in the description. So please, check that out. Now we're going to go into round four, where I get to take
I'm totally with you on that, Squisgar. Totally with you on that.
Simon Higgins, Zoe has too many points. The questions must be too easy. You have been
No.
on my team.
Well, Simon, I have to give
It's-
her, a bit of leeway now and again. She does awesome work on the cartoons.
Leeway.
Anyway,
Clues as long as you want to answer. I'm saying nothing.
We started with two of the hardest questions.
yes,
did
and they
have some
ended,
hard
and they ended up
questions
with
to
two of the
start
hardest
with.
questions.
Yeah, we started down 0-2. Climbed our way back.
That's right, you have. You've
Yeah.
done very well.
Yes. Anyway, we're now going to go to round four, where I get to take a step back, and both teams get to go head to head and ask each other a question or two. So, since I Could Kalis went last, the first team to ask a question will be from Stover Court or Death.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first, number one sci-fi?
You can go first.
Okay, we'll give you a little question from Enterprise. Zoe.
It's been a long
Yeah.
road.
In the Andorian incident, which Andorian makes lewd comments towards T'Pol?
Ooh.
What's his name?
I make lewd comments towards T'Pol as well, but she can't hear me because she's on the other side of the screen.
Conti, we don't need to know how you enjoy Enterprise.
And he tells me about Kira's behind.
Yeah.
The Akira. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to bother going through
Yes,
that
apparently Akira behind his class. So, yes.
again.
In the Andorian incident, which Andorian makes lewd comments towards T'Pol?
The only one I know is Shran.
Me too. He's the only Andorian I can name, and it's probably not Shran. He's too high class. But
Well, I don't
it's
know.
the only one I
calls
know.
humans pink
So
skins.
That's true. He is a bit racist. Actually, most people on that era of Star Trek are a bit racist.
I know. I mean, like Dr. Pulaski.
all Star Trek is
sort of pretty
racist.
racist
The
towards
entire
Data.
show, the entire series, even in
Yeah.
Discovery.
Yeah.
In fact,
Star
they get
Trek
more
has a
racist.
lot of racist people.
Good.
For a show that's all about embracing other cultures, they call each other names a lot. McCoy
Gene
spends the entire
Roddenberry is
5-year mission taking the piss out of
basically-
Spock.
just creating ethno states in space. So
Shall we go with
Anyway.
Sharon?
Tran,
Is that your final answer?
Yeah,
her only answer.
I'm sorry, no, it was Tholos.
I'll
That's
take your
correct.
word for it. Oh my goodness.
That is correct.
J Culture has a very good point there. Yes, especially in Discovery. I'm sorry, but it's what I like Discovery, and I think it's getting an awful lot better. But if I have to look up in the third year what the names of some of the bridge officers are, there's something wrong.
I agree.
We're 3 years in, we should know who these people are.
Yeah, that's right. There's Burnham
Especially
and
when I know
Detmer, and that's it.
Bridge
Yeah.
crew of the Orville, and I haven't seen the show in 2 years. Well, not a new
Oh,
episode.
I find it amazing that Orville is finishing after 3 years. So the Star Trek fan show is going to have the same amount of series as the original Star Trek. It's like they've done it on purpose.
And then you
Well,
come back
I'm
with
not to a
Orville the
certain
Next
extent
Generation
into
or something.
Yeah.
So are we going to give a point to Stavakor Death?
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
them.
go on then.
Yeah, give him a
Desperately.
point. Okay, next question.
Better Pray, do you want to go or shall I?
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, now there's more than one answer, but I know of one, and I mean, if there's another, I'll give credit, obviously. What though? Single length episode, so no two-parters. Does Worf embrace and apparently kiss at least two different women?
That's a tough one.
Wow,
2 different women.
two different women.
That's a good question.
So we'd be thinking, oh blimey. Ah. Have you any idea, number one sci-fi?
If I had to guess, I'd say you are cordially invited on Deep Space Nine.
And who did he kiss on those?
Dax, and obviously, and
Yeah.
and maybe Kira. Or maybe his mother. Was his mother there?
James Furman asks, hold up, what do you mean the Orville will only be 3 seasons? Well,
Sorry.
Okay, we'll go with your answer. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Well, Worf's mother was not in You Are Cordially Invited. I can only remember him kissing Dax and You Are Cordially Invited. The answer I had is Eye of the Beholder on TNG. He embraces and kisses Troy for the first time, and then Troy then sees him in her mind kissing
that was a good episode.
a Calloway, Ensign Calloway, and
Okay.
she gets jealous.
She got cocked by Worf, man. When they were both there laughing at her.
Yep.
Well, good
Worf's
one.
got two of them, 2 kissing scenes.
Lucky Worf. Today is a good day to kiss. I like that.
It's a great scene in there where he's trying to see if Riker would mind if he dates Troy, and he's like,
Yeah, I remember
it's like,
that
are you
now.
involved with her? He's like, I don't know yet. It's like, well, we're always asking
yeah.
permission
Nice
before I
smash
get
up, X.
involved.
Okay.
Thomas Potts wants to know, why is Bird watching Worf kiss?
I gotta get the technique down, Thomas. One day I
Yeah.
might need to know.
Just in case he meets Worf, isn't it? I'm sorry, but
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm going to pay for that one. I know it.
Wow.
Anyway, all right. Next question, please.
I think it's number one.
Number one
Oh, me?
sci-fi.
Oh, crap.
Yes.
Did you
question,
get
your
your
turn.
point?
Yeah.
They did.
Yep. Jay
they
Coulter,
did.
exactly. Hell hath no woman have no fury like a woman scorned. That was Deanna's last line in that episode.
Klingons have barbed whatnots, and two of them.
Who was the Kai before Kai Opaka? Paka.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh, that's tricky.
That's a good one.
that is, and it's in. We see them in one episode, don't we? In the flashback one, where Opaka is in her final episode, so she stays behind with the people that have
With
been
those-
resurrected.
Yeah, that we never go back to see again.
Yeah, but she mentions something.
Although you do rescue it in Star Trek Online, and you find Bashir has a cure for
Star
her
Trek
and her
Online doesn't count.
It should.
people. It should.
It should. The Odyssey class is amazing, and it should count just for that. It's got 2 necks.
And the Iconian story arc in that was phenomenal.
That was good. I'll give you that. I did like the way they did the Borg. They really looked like they were falling apart, and that the
Yeah.
machine stuff was keeping them alive.
Definitely.
But yeah, the Odyssey class, 2 necks, no waiting. Vampires love it. I cannot remember the name of the previous Kai. That is Jake Hodges' Kai Bosch.
James McMuck says Cobra Kai. Unfortunately, that's not right. Cobra Kai. Eh?
Oh, that's tickled me. I love that.
Strike
Kai
first,
Mike
strike
Burnham.
hard, no mercy. Eh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Number one, I'd be interested to know where you got your answer.
it's mentioned in one of the episodes. I remember that.
Oh, Memory Alpha.
If it's not the episode where she is left behind on that planet, then he's mentioned. I'm pretty sure it's a he. He's mentioned in the episode where Odo is having flashbacks to back in time, and everyone's there. And it
Where
turns out
Odo
they're
was
part of the Great Link.
executed people, innocent Bajoran.
Yeah, there's a mention of the previous Kai there.
Hmm.
And
I don't remember that.
I remember it being clicking in my head, like, oh, it must be quite far back because it's not Opaka. I can't remember. Does it begin with a J?
Good
I
question.
don't. Taiwan.
It's
No,
not
no, it
Kai
does not.
Alpaca.
No, it doesn't begin with a J.
Oh, that's a shame. I had J in my mind. J something. That is a good question, but I don't know.
It's been a long road
Yes, it has.
getting from there to here. I have to push you for an answer, guys.
Yeah, do you want to hazard a guess?
Kai Smith.
There,
Kai
we'll go with
Smith.
that.
Kai Smith. Okay.
Well, yeah, obviously that's not correct.
Kai Loren.
Oh, no.
Why not say Kai Ganj or something? You know?
So what's the answer, number one sci-fi?
Well, at least according to Memory Alpha, the answer is Kai Maressa.
Yes,
Marissa.
yes, and that is, I'm almost certain that that guy is mentioned in that episode where Odo's a Cardassian guy.
Jeff, do you want to give me the points?
I can't find where Marissa was the Kai or when Marissa was the Kai.
For Kyle
There are only
Packer.
four. Well, there are only 4 Kais listed, and Marissa is from an unknown period, according to Memory Alpha.
Yeah, I'm
The only
sure
other,
Well,
the only other
I mean,
Kai
it was
mentioned is
before-
Tolono, from the 22nd century.
Pretty sure they're mentioned in that episode where they're all in the Great Link with Odo, and it's he's doing his working through his past guilt thing.
As long as they're
Wow.
listed as a Kai before Opaka,
They're both
I'd
listed
say
as
it's a
Kai
valid
before
question.
Yeah,
Opaka.
it
Okay.
rings a
yes.
bell. I know the name. I just didn't know it to say it.
Next question.
Okay, that'll be me then. In the Star Trek Next Generation episode Disaster, what causes the Enterprise to get damaged?
Oh God!
That's a good question, actually.
Didn't they hit number one sci-fi? I'm sure it wasn't a quantum filament. I'm sure it was a quantum filament.
Greetings, Orange Mike.
Hey,
Okay, yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think Zoe, it was a quantum filament.
is that your final answer?
It's what sprang to mind straight away. I believe so. It's a great episode. I like that one.
I was watching it today. It is a quantum filament. Jacob just says it's a Dicky carburettor.
Oh, looks like the tables are turning once again.
Yeah,
And I think that's everyone's question. Oh, no.
No, that is
Bert
it.
still hasn't.
pretty sure I was last to go.
No.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Wow. Well, at the end of round 4, we have Ikud Kalis in the lead with 14, but Stover Court of Death catching up with 11 points. Well done to Stover Court of Death. Wow.
Making a game of it.
It is, yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of tonight's show.
Here
Thank
we
you
go
for
again.
coming. What?
Yeah,
Same thing every
Victory.
time.
Links to our PayPal and Patreon are in the links below, in the description below.
Hi,
Thank you
John
for coming.
DeMarco.
And you can do all that stuff after round 5.
There's a round 5, but we've never had one of those.
No, there is a round 5. Okay, round 5 is where each team member gets to ask me a question. If I get the answer right, they lose a point. If, however, I get it wrong, they gain a point. So, I think Ikud Kalis went last, did it not? Asked the question last. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
Stover
asked the
Court-
question last. Yeah.
So Stover
Yep.
Court or Death, you get to ask the first question.
Okay.
And may I also remind you, the animated series questions are banned from the show.
Have
I
you
thought
not
were
watched them
allowing
all yet?
now.
No, I have not watched them all yet.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
been watching Star Trek, the original series, so I had a few questions for today.
Hello.
Anyway.
Anyway, John DeMarco and Salty Trekker are in the audience.
Salty Trekker, thank you for coming.
Hello.
I'm John DeMarco. Glad to see
Wait,
you.
are they really banned?
Yes, they are. Animated
Conti
series
doesn't
shows
like
are
the
banned.
animated series.
But it's what
He
the
liked 2 of
referee
the 3
says.
episodes that he saw a couple weeks ago.
That's true. You did like them.
I did, but I've not watched all of them yet. I was watching the original series.
Now I
Well-
gotta find a new.
So
question.
ask him animated series questions.
Well, I'm
No,
going to be
that's-
kind
You have
to
my
you.
permission.
No, you don't have his permission. I say the band.
I'm going to be kind to you this week and ask you not a question from the animated series.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you one from the original series. What was Ahura's drill thrall in the Game Masters of Triskelion called?
Sorry, all I heard was Whoremaster. Say the question again.
What was all right? Uhura's or Lieutenant Uhura?
Okay.
What was her drill thrall? Thrall, whatever.
Oh, right.
In the Game Masters of Triskelion. What was he
That
called?
was actually quite a disturbing episode when all
There
the
are some
drill
really
flies are coming in
disturbing
and
ones.
he goes into Uhura's cell. That was Oh crap. Oh,
Good question.
shit in the bed.
Very
Yeah.
good question.
And Kirk was losing his mind as well. That was
Yeah, that scene was disturbing.
I mean, yeah, considering that was made in the 60s, and this is like now 2020, 60 years later, almost.
Oh, I do.
so-
I agree with you, Thomas Potts. Totally.
Yeah, Thomas Potts has a point. Not fair to Paul, who hasn't seen Lower Decks, so he shouldn't get the point for the pixelated ship.
No.
So he should get a point for the pixelated ship.
I'm sorry, but I have to disagree because I actually answered questions last series about Lower Decks, having not yet been able to see any of the show because it hadn't come out in the UK.
That's why we have VPNs.
That's why you have them.
I've got a free one. I can.
You should see a doctor.
I don't
about
use
it.
free VPNs. They sell your data in order to keep their servers going.
Right.
You can take
I
medicine
caught-
for that now.
He's just gonna let that slide.
It was almost all. Okay, so what was his name?
Am I quiet?
No, I think
He looked like a giant
You- you-
Oompa
you-
Loompa, I had to say.
you're not
Um,
giving Conti any sass.
I'm not?
Well, not enough.
No, you're not. I'm actually
Not
quite
enough.
disturbed.
Well,
I'm
you know-
worried. Honestly, I don't know. I can't think of the name.
Shall I tell you then?
What?
Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
Lars.
Lars. Of course it was. Okay. Well, you get a point. Well done. Ooh, it's getting close, isn't it? Ooh. Next question, please.
Bird of Prey, do you want to go or shall I?
I'll go, but I'm going to give him the option of an animated series question.
The
Or if
band.
he really
Or
doesn't want it,
The band.
avoid TNG
Voyager.
question.
TNG
But-
question is fine. Or Voyager.
I don't know if you're going to want the TNG question.
Oh, they give me the Voyager question.
There's no Voyager question. That was I misspoke.
Uh-huh.
The only option is animated series or TNG.
I'll give the TNG one then.
Sure.
I'm positive.
Okay.
Okay, I bumped up my microphone a little bit. I don't know if that makes.
My God. Ah!
If I could hear it, I'd have problems.
What?
In the Star Trek Next Generation episode, critically acclaimed episode of Sub Rosa,
Yeah.
what's the name of the man who is trying to take the candle away
Oh,
from Beverly and later washes his hands up? He will not be responsible.
Dinna light that candle. Dinna light the candle, lassie. It'll bring the ghost.
That's
And I
a
did
good
about as good
question.
a Scottish accent as he did.
That's a damn good question. It's a classic episode.
Oh, it's Emmy Award winning, that one. It's wonderful.
is it good? I don't know why. a lot of
Directed
people don't
by
like it.
Jonathan Frakes.
Is it? Let me just
I
check that.
watched
I don't
the
believe you.
episode last night.
No, don't
Uh,
check. You're looking up the
Conti?
answer.
I'm just seeing if it's directed by Jonathan Frakes.
What? No. It doesn't matter who it's directed by.
Fuck.
Yeah, I have to agree. If you proceed, I'm just going to give him the point.
I think his
Proceed.
name was. I think his name was Duncan. Hello.
Duncan, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You're incorrect.
Ah,
Ned Quint.
Ned Quint.
Ned
Was
Quint.
close.
yes.
Quint. Duncan. Quint.
No, it wasn't close. It
That's
wasn't
not
close.
close.
At
I'm
all.
sorry.
Ah.
Now, had you asked for the animated series, it would have simply been a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah. See, I don't know what that means. Anyway, so
Then you need to what? Yeah, how can you host a quiz about Star Trek when you haven't seen all of Star Trek?
because it wasn't canon, it was only just recently been made canon.
Well,
Before it
what's the
wasn't
difference?
canon.
Most of your questions aren't canon.
All my questions are canon. Everything I write in a question has been on screen.
Everything
Thank
you
you,
write
Simon
in a
Higgins.
question has
Appreciate
been fired through
The
a cannon.
animated series was on screen.
Yes, but it wasn't
Certainly
canon.
was.
Well,
only just been
I'm
recently
not
made.
convinced Discovery or Picard or Lower Decks is canon.
Lower
but
Decks
you
is
still ask
absolutely canon.
questions.
Lower Decks is I tell ya.
CBS considers the animated series canon.
yes now. It wasn't before. Anyway, but one thing that really gets me about Lower Decks is they do some really good episodes,
Captain
Or they
Pike,
do it-
he
or-
says the canon.
or they have a really good episode, and somewhere in the episode they just mess it up with like a 2 to 3 second thing, and then it moves on, and the episode's good again. And they always ruin this tiny little thing. It's always what ruins this one episode, and I hate it when they do that. But anyway,
Rant over then.
next question.
Number one sci-fi, you're up.
Oh, okay. What
Did you already give him the point, Jeff?
was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I got the point.
Okay.
Oh, okay. What was the admiral's name at the beginning of the TNG episode of the long letter that Picard was
Oh, good
had a
question.
meeting with?
Which one was up the long ladder again?
It's the one after down the short ladder.
I'm trying to picture the episode now.
That's one of the early series, isn't it?
Season 2.
Yeah. So it's when they were still doing a revolving door of admirals, and he didn't start getting his regular pen pal.
I can't picture the episode, to be honest.
Well, it had old country-ish Irish dudes in it, I think, or something. Good.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Is that one with the
Yeah.
one with the clone, where they clone Riker and Pulaski?
Yeah, that's the other group.
Is this the
Right.
Bryn Law- the
Oh.
Bryn Lloyd day?
Right. Then it was, I think.
Yeah, it was Admiral Brains.
No, it wasn't Admiral Brains. It wasn't the Cheya.
Are you
either.
sure? Are you
I'm
sure?
pretty sure. You sure? I'm pretty sure.
Pretty
You-
sure. You're pretty
you-
sure.
We were both kids at that point. It definitely wasn't us. It wasn't the Asian admiral in what's it called? The Measure of a Man.
Admiral.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Well, I don't know if it's Chinese or Cantonese or Japanese, so I say Asian. You know, it's in general, then, isn't it? See, I'm pretty sure it
Sound
wasn't
like the
him.
master. Sound like the master in the Doctor Who TV movie. The
Oh,
Asian
yes.
child.
Oh God! I tell you, you just can't get away with murder. You can't get away with anything these days, isn't it? Everything's just offensive.
I did love what the master says in one scene. It's like, can't you go any faster? We're stuck in traffic. This is an ambulance.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a good line.
I don't know. Number one sci-fi, I'm afraid.
Okay. It
So what's the
was
answer?
Admiral,
Number one. Could you
Admiral
repeat
Moore.
that?
Admiral Moore.
Admiral Moore.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Random Menace says Bond, James Bond is a good hint.
Good question, number one.
Well,
Very good
at least we know. At least I was right, and it wasn't the Asian one. So anyway, final question. I think it is.
Okay, this is going to be an animated episode question, but not from the animated series. In the Lower Decks episode "No Small Parts," what is the name of the exocomp that joins the Cerritos crew?
Oh crap!
Ooh.
She was a cheeky little monkey. Got beamed into space.
Not
Well, so
got beamed into space, beamed herself into space.
But got left
Yeah.
there because they went
I
to
remember
walk.
that.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that.
Oh God! I hate
Oh,
these.
that's right.
I'm just. It's not here.
Put your phone down, you cheeky
I'm just checking
monkey.
the time. I'm just checking the time. Look, see, look, it's that time. See,
We can't see what's on your screen.
exactly. It's how do you know I'm cheating?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to give him the point.
How could we not trust a lovely grin like that?
I honestly don't know. I don't know the name. I'm sorry. This is not my best.
Nothing?
This is not my best episode, is it?
No.
No.
The exocomp's
No.
name is Peanut Hamper.
Peanut
Yes,
hamper. That's
peanut
right.
hamper.
Oh.
Well done.
Okay. Well done, everybody. I've got to say, the scores were pretty close. I could chaos with 16 instead of a court or death at 13. Excuse me. But yeah, but that was it. I got to say, it was a good show, especially one for us on Sunday as well. By the way, all further shows will be on Sunday nights instead of Saturday nights because we're getting old and we just can't stay up that late anymore.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not
You
getting
two are
old. I'm only
older than I am.
41.
Yeah, only 41. He's 2 years older than me.
What?
I'm 39. I can barely. I can again. And to be honest, I'm having difficulty staying up. I'm staying up past 12 or 1 o'clock. So yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you all for coming. Bird of Prey and Number One Sci-Fi. Thank you for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
We appreciate it.
Well done.
Well
was
done,
good.
all.
Maybe we can get the two teams
wait,
to have a
I
rematch.
think we're forgetting something.
The winning bit
Oh,
on the score.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yes, winning
yes.
bit.
Yeah.
Bird was supposed to be subtracted points.
Penalty points.
Yeah, penalty points, I thought, right?
I mean, I guess you could take one penalty point.
I was kidding. I was kidding.
I don't think they should get penalty. I had to answer a question about the Packlets from the first series of Lower Decks when the Lower Decks hadn't come out in the UK. So I think it's just fine.
I like this time slot too.
Yeah,
I
this
do.
isn't bad. This
Far more
isn't bad.
comfortable. And as I'd just like to remind you all, if you've not yet subscribed to our channel, why not? Hit the red subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. That way you get notified of when our next episode drops or if we drop a cartoon at some point during the week. And of course, don't forget to share it far and wide across the interwebs. As far as you can go. Discord and Twitter and Facebook and MySpace, if MySpace is still a thing, and Bebo, if that's still a thing. I don't know. Just spread it around.
LinkedIn. Share
Are you
this
just
on
going
LinkedIn.
through defunct social networks?
Spread it around like a make it go more viral than COVID-19. Okay.
Let's
Zoe,
stop at people on MySpace.
Zoe, and Paul.
Hello.
What time is Doctor Who going to be airing in the UK?
I've no idea, but they better check with us so they don't clash.
I don't
Yeah.
know because I don't have a TV.
I'll phone up
Okay.
the BBC and let them know and say, "Oi, now!"
Yeah, I've absolutely no idea. I'm afraid I don't get to see much television. At
Give
the
me a
moment,
second.
so-
That's we can
Yeah.
probably find out.
I've not watched
Well,
Doctor Who
it-
since
it-
David Tennant left, so
It airs. Starts airing next Sunday.
Who's the Doctor now? Is it
It's
Tom
still
Baker left?
Jodie. It's still Jodie
Next-
Whittaker.
Next Sunday at 18:25.
there we go.
6:25. Okay.
It's
That's
probably
well
going to
before
be
it.
okay for us.
Long
well
before our
before our
episode
show.
starts. And Russell T Davies is coming back as well. He's taking
Yes.
over
I'm
the
not-
show again.
I'm not convinced that's going to work.
Why?
I'm not the biggest fan of his era, but he did very successfully. So I'll grant him that. People loved it. But can he do it again? Because people remember that they adored it. And if he's coming back, they're going to compare it to their memories of how his show was rather than how
Well,
good
I
it
think
was.
the thing what he did was energy. He put a
Yes.
lot of he had the characters run around things like, and Jodie Whittaker's still young enough to do that. Where Peter Capaldi, I don't think he would have been that great at doing that sort of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, guys, as I said, thank you all
there
for
is
coming.
the UK switches to DSD soon, but
Well, we go back to
we don't,
GMT. It's ju-
GMT next.
we just
or
Sunday
dropped-
night.
whatever.
we just dropped back an hour, so it's still going to
Yeah.
be fine.
It'll be fine. So anyway, guys, thank you all for coming, especially everyone in the audience. You've been brilliant. Thank you for not putting any correct answers
Yeah.
in the chats. And we'll see you all next week Sunday for another question of Trek. And we'll have a cartoon ready for you too.
Night all.
He's getting
Right.
work now.